Hi, hello, it's Nikki, and welcome to my messy bookshelf. Today I'm here to share my fairly extensive pile of possibilities for the month of February. So I have here, I think, a pretty interesting selection of books. And the reason is I can feel my mood shifting. I have been on a dystopian kick for quite some time. It's been about a month or two that I've been kind of in that frame of mind. But I feel my mood shifting. And I know it is the month of February. It is the month of love, you know, and I have nothing against that. I love love. I enjoy a romance here and there, but I have no desire to read any romance right now. Um, I mean, I love love, but I'm just not in the mood for that right now. I am not in a reading slump, but I do not exactly know what I am in the mood for right now. I feel myself shifting towards more decadent, um, maybe even scandalous books. Um, and that is why I chose the classic that I chose for this month. I feel fairly confident that I will read that one. But I don't know if that's all I want. I'm still open to dystopian. I am really craving a fantasy, so you will see I have a pretty eclectic group of books here. So I will just get into it. So the book I chose as my classic for this month is The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton, and I have found the other two books that I read by her, The House of Mirth and The Custom of the Country, to be slightly scandalous and kind of that exact thing that I feel like I'm craving right now. And I think one of my booktube friends had mentioned it recently, and I remembered that I wanted to read it last year, and so my eye keeps drifting towards it. So I chose this one. I did not get around to Martin Chuzzlewit last month or in January. I think I'm feeling something more along these lines. So I chose The Age of Innocence. And this is about a love triangle in the late 1870s, I think, in New York City. So sounds like exactly what I'm craving from a classic right now. So I don't know too much about it, but I have read two other books of hers as well as some short stories, and I know that I enjoy her writing. So looking forward to getting into that one. Hopefully that one sticks, but that seems to be what I'm kind of craving right now. I also mentioned I am craving some fantasy. I have been searching for a good fantasy for the longest time. And so I have one here that I'm sure many of you have either read or heard of, and I have The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, and this has been on my radar for the longest time. I've been kind of scared to pick it up because I have been searching for that epic fantasy that I love so much, and a lot of the fantasy that I've read in recent years has kind of fallen a little flat for me. So I did not love Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I didn't hate it. It was kind of a mediocre book to me, or for me, and so I've been kind of nervous about picking this one up. But I know that it's a lot of people's favorites, and so I thought I would give this one a shot. So I will be reading at least the first few pages of each of these and deciding which ones will stick. But this one, kind of typical setup. We have a young boy who is sent to live with someone when he is a small child, and he is raised outside the royal family, connected to the royal family, and it is discovered that he has potential for other things. So he is sent, I think, to train as an assassin, and that is pretty much all that I know. So I am hoping that this one lives up to the hype for me because, again, I have been wanting an epic fantasy. So I have that one. And then I'm interested to see which one of these sticks, if either of them. The other one that I chose is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, which is book 1 in a series. I believe The Assassin's Apprentice is also a series. This one, since I have enjoyed my other experience reading Babel by the same author, I have been looking forward to maybe picking this one up, and it was already on my shelf. So again, we have an orphan who is discovered to have some sort of potential and is sent to some sort of military academy to help the Empire, and has lots of potential and is maybe the key to helping the Empire defeat whatever enemy that they have. And that is essentially all that I know about this one, but I have heard people rave about this one as well. And with my recent experience with this author, I am willing to give this one a shot this month. So interesting. We have 2 young people sent to various trainings to help the Empire. So curious to see if either one of those sticks. The next one I have is a juicy thriller. I have here The Family Remains by Lisa Jewell, and this one is a sequel to the first book that I read of hers, which was, I think, The Family Upstairs. And I don't really want to give anything away because talking about this one might give away information that you need for the first book. So I don't want to give spoilers, but there's a large cast of characters, and they all have secrets, and all of those people will intertwine in some way. And I'm kind of looking forward to this one because there were some loose ends after that first book that I read. So yeah, she writes a good thriller. I have been making my way through her books all this past year in 2025, so looking forward to this one. I would be surprised if I did not get through this one this month. And then the next one, because I still feel open to dystopian novels, I have here one that I picked up, I think, 2 years ago, or maybe early last year, and that is The Last Cuentista, and this is by Dana Barba Higuera. And this one is about a young girl who is sent to space with her family because some sort of apocalyptic event has taken place on Earth, and they are sending a select few to another location off of Earth. And she had always wanted to be a storyteller, like her grandmother told her stories. And when she wakes up, she realizes she is the only one that remembers the stories from Earth. I was really enjoying it when I started reading it. However, it made me sad, some of the things that were happening in here. So I ended up putting it down back then. I dislike scenarios where families are split apart, and that tends to really upset me. So I did put it down, but I think I'm open to it right now. Maybe satisfy that itch for another dystopian that was not satisfied for me with my flop of trying to read Oryx and Crake. So yeah, there's that one. The next one I have is one that I purchased recently on a whim, and that is How to Solve Your Own Murder. I'm always up for a good murder mystery. And this follows, well, it's about a woman who, when she was a teenager, she received a fortune that told her she would be murdered one day. And fast forward many years, her great niece goes to visit her and discovers that she has in fact been murdered, and sets out to solve what happened with the help of her deceased aunt. So hopefully a good mystery. You know, I'm always up for a good mystery. One of my most widely read genres, I think. So we shall see. It sounds intriguing, and I am pretty much looking forward to getting into this one. So hopefully all, or at least some of these, stick for the month. I have a track record of not really getting into any of my pile, but January I did very well. So I am hoping that I did a good job for myself picking these books. And then for nonfiction, I picked up plagues and peoples, how disease has shaped the history of the world. And what could be more fascinating than that, right? So, you know, I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know if I'm going to start it yet because I do want to finish Midnight in Chernobyl, which I am still working on. So I don't know if I'll save this one, but I kind of want to get through this one. So we'll see. Maybe I'll make it to 2 nonfiction in a month. We'll see. But that's nonfiction for the month of February. So I guess we'll see. You know, I may decide later in the month that I do feel up for a romance, but as of right now, I do not. So that is what I have in store for myself, at least to try for February. And I would love to hear if you have read any of these, if they are your favorites, if you hate them. But yeah, I thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.